Hey guys, what's up? This is Onewiththestud, back for another video, and today's video, I'm discussing the rise of LEGO's mechs. Since about 2020, LEGO has begun releasing mechs, which not usually come with a mech and a minifigure. Just like this set here. These included Iron Man, Captain America, and Spider-Man, predominantly in the original theme, and we've had quite a few remakes of Spider-Man related mechs and a lot of Iron Man, particularly Iron Man. And these grew in popularity because they were a cheap way to get a minifigure and a small build, they were retailed for about 10 to 15 pounds, I think, which was a great deal for especially play sets because they came with a build that had posability, and as you can see up here, this here was one of the early sets, a bit dusty now, but they had plenty of posability, and this allowed play and display a bit, and it gave us cool printed pieces and it gave us the opportunity to get minifigures that we didn't have before, or if we did have, they were in quite expensive sets, or we just wanted a new way to get them. But then LEGO also released a couple sets with two different mechs with two minifigures. For instance, Doc Ock vs Spider-Man. Yeah, my notes I've sort of gone off, so let me look. And then, as they began to grow, LEGO realised their popularity and saw them as a chance to make a lot of money, to be honest. So they released more and more, and to the point that they oversaturated the market. Well, not oversaturated, but made it too many mechs. And they've become one of the LEGO's key points. And rather now than just selling Marvel mechs, they've begun selling DC and Star Wars mechs as well. Themes that, yes, I admit, some of the DC's mechs look good, but Star Wars doesn't need mechs. It's got their microfighters, which are basically the same thing. Or, well, a similar idea. I'm not going to cause any arguments in the comments, please. And in the past year or two, LEGO's increased their prices by a thing, and to be honest, you don't get more. In fact, you get less pieces. So instead of the sets having posability in the legs, they've now changed them to be builds like this, which is the Hulk mech. One that we don't need because Hulk is a big character anyway. It's nice to have, but yeah, they began making mechs for figures that don't need them, like Captain America, like Hulk, and others. Some of them look quite good, like the Ghost Rider one, with the bike as well. But these ones, where, as you can see, they use these large pieces and take away some of the pieces that you used to have, taking away posability. So, can I show you here? These can now just pose like this, whereas these ones, the older ones, had a lot more posability, showing how LEGO have begun using these sets as just a way to make money, and they're simple to design because all mechs have the basic outline the same. What are your opinions on mechs? Because as you can see, that they've sort of begun to oversaturate the market and make too many mechs with figures that don't need them. And a lot of the time, the figures aren't new to them anymore. We've had a few with the Iron Man mechs in the earlier days, but like this Venom figure has come in many sets, and then they make a mech with it again. Same with the Miles Morales figure. They ruin, like, they don't give any point to getting the mech other than the build, which, to be honest, people don't get them for because they're not the best builds. I only got this one because it was on a deal, and I wanted the figures, but I've got the figures now. So yeah, what are your opinions on the mechs? As you can see, you've probably seen I don't overly like them, but that's all for today. This is Onewiththestud signing out. Bye!